And that shaitan is the true enemy till today. Adu al-Mubin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls him the clear enemy. Paradise is cheap. Anybody who thinks that you're gonna waltz through life, shaking hands and hugging women and men, and going and getting invites to parliaments and White Houses, and going and getting funding from government bodies, and then you will enter Jannah, you haven't read your history. This battle began before me and you were even born. Adam, a Muslim, a prophet of Allah. And when Adam alayhi salam was created, shaitan, he had this jealousy. He didn't like somebody coming into his domain. He felt that he was enough. That why would this new creation be created? And he developed this hasad, this jealousy. And that shaitan is the true enemy till today. Adu al-Mubin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls him the clear enemy. It's not about race, it's not about language, it's not about country, it's not about passports, it's not about what you do. Because today as a Muslim, when I pray in public, it's seen or it is portrayed as if this is some kind of assault on American values. Like I don't understand that. If I choose not to celebrate Christmas, it's seen as if I don't want to be here in this country. And I'm told, if you don't like it, leave. Well, unless your name is Standing Bull or Running Horse or something like that, you don't need to be telling me to go anywhere. That means you or your ancestors or your parents or your grandparents or somebody up the line came from somewhere. And the interesting thing is, if you were not so ignorant and you actually read, you would know that the early forefathers of America, they came and built this country to what it is today. Even though they weren't the first ones here to begin with, they didn't celebrate Christmas. In fact, the early Puritans, and you can Google this, they would put posters up banning Christmas because they saw it as a satanic practice. And that is the first people that immigrated here, right? And I can sure as hell tell you that the Native Americans didn't celebrate Christmas. I don't think the Apache and the different tribes that we had living, the Navajo, had Santa Claus or reindeer or any of that. And interestingly, when people of the Jewish community, and I respect their stance, when they don't celebrate Christmas, they're not told to leave this country. Interestingly, when they pray, and I saw some praying in an airport recently, and I respect that. I respect them for praying openly. Nobody saw it as a threat. When they don't eat pork, nobody puts bacon in their faces. When they eat kosher, nobody objects to why you're eating kosher. Why don't you leave this country? Why? Why? Because these foolish ignoramuses are being manipulated by those who would trigger a conflict where no conflict is. By those who want to divide and conquer. By those who always want you to look the other way because they don't want to see their name on the Epstein list. You can redact all you want. We know you're there. And this has been going on for a long time. Iblees, a shaitan, he didn't take Adam alayhi salam on in a fist fight or a battle. He played his game of manipulation. of trying to use a false narrative of nasiha, meaning he will come to you and say, I want good for you. But the reality is he wants bad for you. And that's what we see today. See, the masses cannot be controlled without the sellouts. The masses cannot be controlled without what they would call an Uncle Tom, or historically a house Negro. That's a historic term, by the way. Yeah? Meaning, they would get somebody who looks like you, acts like you, to tell you that they want good for you, but in reality, they want to misguide you. And these politics aren't new. Shaitan has been using this from day one. He didn't come to Adam alayhi salam and say, disobey Allah. No, he came to Adam alayhi salam and he said, let me give you some good advice. You know, if you want to get closer to Allah, if you want to be with Allah, East India Trading Company. Ever heard of it? How many heard of East India Trading Company? Never heard of East India Trading Company? Never heard of it? Man, you guys need to read up. Though you guys read, yeah? The British didn't go to India and say we're going to conquer it. They didn't go and say we're bringing an army and we're going to, because they would have lost. India was huge. What did they go and do? They said, we want to trade with you. We want to develop your country. We want to build roads for you. We want to build railroads for you. We want to give you guns so you can fight your neighbor. We're going to bring, well, chai was a good thing. Let's not mention that. So, what did they do? They would go to each little kingdom and pin them against their cousins. And pin them against their brothers. And they would sell weapons to both sides. Until one would go so much in debt that they would then tax them with riba, with interest. Until they would collapse them and they would swallow them up. The East India Trading Company used this divide and conquer mechanism, always coming to the people as if they were going to benefit the people, but robbing from them, stealing from them. Till today, if you go and look at the crown that they put on the head of their king, it has those diamonds that they stole from India. Same thing they did in Africa and everywhere else. So this game has been at foot. And today we see it here. We have the political parties, and don't take one over the other. One is as bad as the other. One hates Muslims and the other hates Islam. So where are we going to go? And they play their parts, and they manipulate their bases. And then they have the Uncle Toms within our community. Then come and tell us that for us to be accepted, we have to put pictures with Christmas trees and our kids dressed up in little Santa outfits and elves, and put reindeers on our houses, and put these paganistic symbols, and then we'll be accepted. But you won't. They will never accept you until you leave your deen. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us about the struggle. But understand something. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells in the Quran that لا يستوي أصحاب النار وأصحاب الجنة. لا يستوي, they are not equal. أصحاب النار, the people of the hellfire. وأصحاب الجنة, and the people of Jannah. أصحاب الجنة هم الفائزون. What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us? That verily, the people of Jannah, they are the ones that are successful. You'll struggle in this dunya. You'll get banned You'll get insulted. You'll get attacked. You'll struggle at work. You'll struggle at home. You'll get media campaigns against you, slander campaigns against you, all kinds of shadow bans. But know this, that when Allah is with you, nobody can stop you.